welcome to this video outlining the different EPQ pathways that you have the option of following if you are conducting the Pearson Edexcel EPQ. You need to watch this video as part of your homework, then complete any follow-up suggested reading, and then be ready to discuss all of this in your next lesson. Before we talk about the different pathways, we're briefly going to mention the 4 different types of EPQ that you can complete and submit for Pearson Edexcel. These are a dissertation, an investigation, a performance, and an artefact. The final piece that you make, your final product for your EPQ, will look quite different depending on whether you're completing a dissertation, an investigation, a performance, or an artefact. All of these different types of EPQ can be focused on any research topic, but they have different marking criteria, and it's important that you understand that you get to choose which type of EPQ you're going to complete, and that you need to make sure that your EPQ meets the expectations and the marking criteria for that particular type of EPQ chosen. In addition to choosing which type of EPQ you complete, you also get to choose what the focus of the research will be for that EPQ project. Edexcel have made some topic pathways to encourage students to research particular topics, and these are the pathways that we're going to talk about in this video. It's important to understand that these pathways are options. You're free to focus your EPQ research on anything you like, but if you're interested in these topics, it's important that we sign up for these pathways so that we have access to all the additional resources and support. The current EPQ pathways suggested by Pearson Edexcel are artificial intelligence, climate and sustainability, future skills, and modern foreign languages. When you go to the Pearson Edexcel website, you'll also see that they list a Black History pathway, but it's important to recognise that the resources there are currently for an HPQ, not an EPQ. We do welcome lots of very interesting EPQs that would fall under the umbrella of Black History. If you want to discuss these further, please just book an appointment. The first pathway we'll have a look at is artificial intelligence. The first thing to state clearly is that if you had a research focus of artificial intelligence, this could lead you to a dissertation, an investigation, a performance, or an artefact EPQ. So all the different types of EPQ are open to you if you follow the artificial intelligence pathway. The key thing we're looking for with the artificial intelligence pathway is for critical and reflective research on AI use. This will probably and may well successfully involve sort of comparing and evaluating human output to generative AI output, but this could take lots of different forms. So, for example, you could perform some research involving an open source big data set and compare your findings to the findings of a generative AI tool to analyse the same research. Or you could create some sort of performance piece and ask a generative AI tool to generate a performance, and then you could compare and analyse and evaluate the difference between the human piece and the generative AI piece. Likewise, it could be that if you were following an artefact type EPQ, you could ask a generative AI tool to generate a CAD design. You could generate a CAD design as part of your research, and then you can compare critically and evaluate the two CAD designs and so on. So there's lots of different ways that you could involve artificial intelligence into your EPQ research. There are a few things to keep really clearly in mind. Your activity log, which is one of the things that needs submitted as part of your EPQ, needs to be very detailed for any EPQ based on artificial intelligence research. Another thing that you're going to need to make sure you do, and this is essential, is to reference and cite any research that you've used AI tools correctly. It's really, really important. If there are any mistakes in this, that will lead to lots of other problems with your EPQ. You're going to need to be very organised and thorough with your research and keep accurate research records in order to cite your AI research appropriately. And remember that AI cannot provide all of your research. You must compare the generative AI outputs to your own research that you've conducted. If you'd like to read the student guidance on AI pathway titles from Edexcel, use this link here. The next pathway that we'll discuss is the climate and sustainability pathway. Again, if you followed this pathway, it's suitable to be linked with all types of EPQ, the dissertation, the investigation, the performance and the artefact. This pathway is the pathway that has the most resources attached to it, provided by Pearson Edexcel. And this is definitely a strength of this pathway and something to strongly consider when you're making any decisions. The research that you conduct on a climate and sustainability focused EPQ could vary a lot from project to project and involve lots of different things. So it could look at emerging technologies and creative solutions to climate change. It could focus on biodiversity, waste management, water supplies, energy supplies, pollution, etc. There's a couple of things to keep in mind. Once we've told Edexcel that you are completing a climate and sustainability focused EPQ, you will be given a 2-year subscription to IEMA. This will give you access to lots of additional research resources that you could use in your EPQ, and it has some links onto careers in climate and sustainability as well. There are lots of project ideas and resources suggested by research partners. There are 8 different research partners linked to the climate and sustainability pathway, and links to their title ideas and advice can be followed through the 8 links at the bottom of this page, just here. There's a lot of different options with this pathway, so if you'd like to discuss any of this further, please just book a meeting with your coordinator. The Future Skills pathway looks really interesting, but also a little bit different from some of the other pathways. It's been created in collaboration with NESTA, Young Enterprise and the CBI. The aim of it is to develop and demonstrate employability skills in the students that complete it, with these focusing on teamwork and leadership, digital skills, communication skills and cognitive skills. Students would work through the Taught Skills programme for the Future Skills and Employability qualification within their Taught Skills lessons, and then apply these skills that they've learned to produce their EPQ research project. A couple of things to keep in mind with this. This pathway requires learners to be motivated and organised. You'll need to work your way through the Future Skills taught lessons in an independent and mature manner. Students are required to develop a portfolio evidencing their skill development in terms of these employability skills mentioned before, and that gets submitted alongside your EPQ. And they want to see that the skills that you've developed in the portfolio are applied to the research project in the EPQ. Further details and reading are available here. The 4th pathway that we're discussing is the Modern Foreign Language pathway. Again, this is suitable for all types of EPQ, so you could end up producing a dissertation EPQ, an investigation EPQ, a performance EPQ or an artefact EPQ that has a focus on modern foreign languages. There's a selection of ideas below, but for the full list of possible titles and advice from Edexcel, please click on the hyperlink below. So, for example, if you were interested in producing a dissertation type EPQ, some suggested titles to give you a flavour of the sort of project that you could conduct might be, why do the French as a society have a longer life expectancy? Or, is Catalan a form of Spanish? Or, is the culture of Berlin unique? If you were intending to conduct an investigation type EPQ, you might use questionnaires and interviews to collect primary research to answer a specific question. For example, what trends can be seen in the use of slang words by modern-day German teenagers? Or, how do young people in France perceive the Paris Olympics? If you were aiming for a performance-focused EPQ, you might create an immersive language experience for an audience. You might produce a teaching workshop that you would then deliver. You might deliver a lesson focused on a modern foreign language. You could develop a performance repertoire from another culture or country. So, for example, this could look at Russian ballet. If you were looking to generate an artifact EPQ, you could produce a self-published book of new translations of poems. You could produce teaching resources for a targeted age group. You might decide to make a documentary about an aspect of a country's culture. So there's lots and lots of different ideas, different forms that your EPQ can take. A couple of things to keep in mind if you're going to follow this pathway. First of all, the work that you submit for assessment must be in English, but the research that you conduct can be undertaken in any language. This is a fantastic opportunity to also focus your research on linguistics as well as foreign languages. And if you have got an interest in studying languages or linguistics at university, this would be an excellent opportunity to extend and develop beyond your MFL A-levels. So what should you do next? If you're interested in learning more about one of these pathways from Edexcel, you need to read through the Edexcel resources on that pathway via their website. You also need to let Mrs. Strahl, the coordinator, know by email and arrange a meeting to discuss your ideas further. Some of the links to some of the resources are detailed here, but you will have the PowerPoint slides shared with you with all of the hyperlinks active. Make sure you now follow up with your further reading and bring any discussion points to your next lesson.